Good evening and Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Karibuni sana sana. This is Being One Show right here on PrayerCaveTV. I am so grateful that you have made PrayerCaveTV your number one station, Christian station. This is where you get so much truth. Indeed, actually we say the truth that shall set you free. Na hiyo ndio tumekuletea hapa in Being One Show, where we talk about marriage, where we talk about family, and we get issues solved here so that we can edify marriages right there. And one thing I'm sure of is this: God is for marriages and marriages must work. God is for families and families must work. Hii ingine tunasikia ni ya kutoka pande ile ingine, lakini right here on Being One Show we are going to bring you the best. And I'm so grateful that this wonderful evening we have one of our best, I would say, counselors around, and also a friend of PrayerCaveTV. She's going to be talking to us. The topic of discussion today is all about how to resolve a traumatic situation or, challenges that we may find while in marriage or even before you get to marriage, in that dating period. So stick around, take a pen and a paper, and you're going to get help tonight. And so, without taking so much time, please allow me to welcome our guest for tonight so that we can get into the matter. Karibu sana, our guest.
Asante sana, Mr. Ken.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here.
Karibu tena.
Asante.
Kindly, because of so many people or some who don't know you, but I know so many know you,
yes.
Kindly introduce yourself and then we can continue from there.
Okay, I will exactly do that. My name's Virginia Kimani, and I'm born again.
Yes.
I'm a married woman to one Paul Kimani. It's a male. Days have changed. You have to tell whether they are male.
Indeed.
Yes, so he's Paul,
yes.
And God has graciously blessed us with two young adults, two girls.
Oh, yeah.
The first born 24 years, the second born 21.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
oh, okay.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And maybe in terms of also the profession and all that, we would really love to also to know you on that side.
All right. Now, when it comes to my professional journey, has been on stages. So the first time I started studying for a career is when I joined the college, NYS, one of the discipline forces we have in Kenya.
Oh, wow.
And I trained at NYS.
NYS,
yes, NYS College, Gilgil. That is the discipline of a soldier.
Oh, yeah.
And then I trained, once you train as a soldier, then they ask you whether you want to join the police force or whether you want to do a course.
Oh, yeah.
For me, I just wanted to do a course. And so, by the grace of God, I was given the best. I did secretarial training, and I came out of there with a diploma in secretarial. And immediately I was posted to Ministry of Education, Jogo House. I reported, but after some times the ministry took the upper hand, and therefore I came back here. How do I say I came back here? Initially, before the posting, we had met with our bishop. He was coming to minister in our college, and he was a real trainer also in the spiritual matters. And so I got to like him so much because of the knowledge. And then they were afraid with our chaplain in the college, and therefore they organized before posting I should come and work here. And so I worked here for 4 months before the posting. Then I reported to the posting. But who knows? God had a different agenda.
That is true.
I found myself coming back here, and therefore I've been working here. Then from there I have pursued different trainings. I've done diploma in leadership. I have also done diploma in marriage therapy. I did it at DISTA. And then later it was partly Christian counseling on the area of marriage and family. And then when I came back here, I pursued theology. and I joined Vision International University.
Yes.
And I got my BA, Bachelor's of Art degree in theology. And later on, I've pursued other diplomas. I love studying. I love keeping upgrading myself.
Yes, that's
so
good.
I've also done diploma in chaplaincy, international chaplaincy. That one I did.
Oh my.
And then I've done counseling psychology.
Wow.
So,
wow.
In a nutshell, that's a little bit of what I've done. Yes.
You just said in a nutshell.
Yes.
That means there is so much parts that you have not mentioned.
I like keeping upgrading.
Wow.
So that I can be able to be effective in helping the body of Christ.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. That's a challenge to you, our viewer, right there. You masomo haishi.
Yeah, haishi.
Yes.
Hata ukiwa miaka gapi.
Yes. Keep
now I'm 50 and above.
Wow.
And I'm still in class.
Oh,
by the way, I'm pursuing the diploma in Christian ministry, the TVET diploma. It's in our college. Yes. I can't allow others to train when I'm just sitting. And because I love imparting people with the knowledge, that's why I'm still also back to school.
Wow. I'm also challenged.
Yes.
And that's why I'm also in school also.
That's why I've been calling you.
Yes.
Come and take the enrollment form and join the school.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. And so we are happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And now our viewers, I know they are comfortable knowing that they're in good hands.
Yes,
especially after hearing those so many hearts right there.
Okay.
And now let's get into the matter of the day.
All right.
About traumatic, conditions and that people, because in this day and age, there are so many things that are happening in our lives and even in the environments that we are in, and we will find ourselves in such situations that are very traumatic, and they give us traumatic experiences. But even before we get there, what are we talking about when we mention the term traumatic experience?
Okay, maybe I'll start by defining the word trauma. Because once we get the definition, we'll be able to see ourselves and then to know whether we are already traumatized or we have gone through trauma at any particular given moment in our life. So trauma, normally we say it's an experience or a witnessing. It is experiencing or witnessing a very dangerous, overwhelming, or even scary, overwhelming situation, scary situation, which is beyond our coping mechanism. You cannot cope with it. It's something that has struck somebody, an experience, you have experienced it, or a witness. Because you can have trauma by experiencing a dangerous event, a very scary event, overwhelming event beyond your coping mechanism, or you can witness. I know we are going to talk much about child trauma. If a child witnesses maybe somebody being murdered, or even like right now, the disaster issue of France that we have experienced, and especially the people affected from the Mahiu. Those children, those survivors from that, let me call them survivors, from those France, they are already traumatized because they experience death. They experience very dangerous event. And therefore it has remained with them. So that is experiencing or witnessing. You can be traumatized through that.
Okay.
Yes.
And so how do we, especially, you mentioned about the childhood, especially childhood experiences. And at one point you'll see that you're now a grown-up person and into marriage, or you're starting to date. How can they affect that relationship?
Very nice. Because even I was happy when you said we come and talk about trauma. Because my heart was already concerned, especially this time the school opened. My heart went back to the children who have witnessed this flood. They have lost, some of them have lost their parents.
That's true.
Trauma can be brought, we normally say, we group the issues of trauma in 4.
Okay.
Trauma can be caused by abuse.
Okay.
Maybe somebody is abused emotionally, physically, sexual abuse, or even abuse or instant abuse that come from harassment. You see? So if a child is traumatized and then go back to school, let me go back to opening the school, because that's where I felt a lot of weight. These children have gone back to school. My concern was, has anybody addressed the traumatic events they have encountered? Because we are going to talk about the signs to know somebody is already traumatized. Because right now we have pushed them to school, and it's in order to go back to school. But even the schools, maybe the schools administration, I feel they have a very high responsibility on checking on which child was affected by this flood. We said natural calamity, flood affected them. Maybe they lost a mother, a father, or the sibling, they lost them, or even a very close relative. You know, that is something very traumatizing. Who takes care of them? Who will talk to them? Because they cannot simply concentrate kwa masomo. Others lost a teacher. You know, a teacher and a child, they have very strong attachment. Yes, they bond a lot. Now, if the child lost a teacher through the front, na walikuwa naona kwa TV, alafu wasikie mwalimu wao alibeba, wakifungua tu shule hivi, change of teachers, and then they are told, maybe they hear say mwalimu wao alibebwa na maji, or something bad happened, that child is already traumatized. In fact, the school administration, and I thank God for what the government is doing now, employing counselors in all our schools, so that the counselors can take charge and then take through, so that this child can process that event, that dangerous witnessing, or that hearing, or that experiencing. It is very important. Because if it's not handled, we shall see signs about tutaongea juu yake, and then later on in life, we are talking about marriage. Those issues will revisit, they will resurface, and their marriage will not be enjoyable as you talked about.
That's true.
Yes,
that's true.
That's so what we.
So it is important to find what is happening or what has caused, and maybe we can get to that science right now, so that we can identify this person is going through some of these things.
Yes. Now, if a child has experienced trauma, there are some things there are some signs we call cognitive. They are in the mind, or the mind cognitive patterns or issues. They are in the mind, and many times when the mind experiences that kind of trauma, the mind, it is so painful, dangerous, and stressful. And therefore, many times the mind does not want to confront that event there and then. What does the mind do? It hides it somewhere in the unconscious, in the unconscious mind. You know, the brain is defined. So it hides in the unconscious mind, such that when the child go to school, they appear like normal children, but them getting something to trigger something, then the unconscious mind just resurface. And those children, sometimes we see them being withdrawn. You see, mood swings. Then there are flashbacks of, you know, and there is a lot of confusion. And if that child was a performer, we see them performing, their performance affected. You can even be in class and you are teaching the child, but the mind is very far away. Yeah, because there is no concentration. That's why I'm saying it's very, very vital. If every school will get a counselor, and then get to evaluate those children who have been affected by floods, and deal with them right and now.
That's true.
Because other signs they will start seeing, it is withdraw.
Okay.
Withdraw, they will withdraw.
Yes.
Even in their families. Wale sasa najua wale wako day school.
Yes.
You find that child isolated somewhere.
Yes.
And she or he is avoiding. We call it avoidance. Signs. Yeah, they are avoiding people. They are avoiding their friends.
Yeah.
The things that used to make them happy, they no longer are exciting to them.
Yeah.
That child is really affected. They live in a cocoon of themselves. Even if they try to maybe to pray around here and there, they still go back there.
Yes.
To the withdraw.
Yes.
The friends that used to be good, close to them, they withdraw.
They withdraw.
They want to avoid these situations. Maybe they were active in school.
Yes.
Maybe they were in these activities of playing football, whatever. You see, the child no longer want to be there. They want to be independent. They want to be on their own. So it's a real issue, and I wish every school can hear this.
Yeah.
The admin of the school.
Yes.
I'm also in a school.
Yes.
We are evaluating them. Those are affected, we are taking them to therapists so that they can process this trauma. Unprocessed trauma will really affect their marriages. Not only their lives, even in marriages, they will be affected. Because I'm going there because you are talking about how trauma affects marriage.
That is true.
Yes.
We will get there. But even before we reach that point,
yes.
Now we are talking about children, because if we deal it in the marriage, there's a point we could have dealt with it long before.
Yeah, long before marriage.
Yes, in the childhood level. What should parents, seek so that, or rather find, or look, so that they can be able to help these children at that level, even before they get to.
Yeah, I would address the parents who already know that their children underwent traumatic events, those scary events.
Yes.
And it can also be maybe death, instant death. The parents should seek counseling. I know God is there for us.
Yes.
And He's able to heal us.
Yes.
Isaiah 61.
Yes.
God is able to heal our wounds, our inner wounds. But even therapists, they are very good. Let them not deny. Many times we assume it's a common disaster to all of us. And it's like we assume they know how to cope. These children do not have coping mechanism.
Yes.
That's why I'm recommending in a school, the teachers and even the parents to request for therapies for these children, so that they are able to process them. Yes. Processing is they are able to speak it out. Yeah. To speak their fears. Yes. To speak what went on. The whole story, retell the story. Yes. And as they are retelling the story, therapists are professionals. Yes. They know what mechanism to use, so that these children cannot again be traumatized by what they are saying. They have to be in a safe environment with a professional who is helping them to undergo that trauma and then process it. That's true. Slowly by slowly. For parents at home who are still living with their children, I would encourage them. Let them look for a counselor. Yes. Even if you went, there's a time I was doing counseling at Kiabu Hospital. Okay. If you go to Kiabu Hospital or whichever hospital, level 5 hospital, level whatever hospitals, they have counselors. Oh yeah, true. People who can talk to their children until they process that trauma, so that they can come back to normalcy. Yes. What I can say is that traumatic issues can be healed if they are professionally taken care of. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. And we can save that child's life in their career. That's true. And also in their marriage life. That's true. So that is the best way to handle it now, because we have experienced a lot of trauma, and I don't know whether maybe many times parents, even schools, they do not understand this. Yeah. This is why marriages have a lot of difficulties. That's true. It's because it started from childhood. And nobody attended this child. so that when they come to marriage, they can't work.
They have baggages.
They're already carrying those baggages. Wow. Yes. So they cannot be able to handle.
That's true.
Yeah, they are suffering psychologically, emotionally. Some suffered physically.
Yes.
You see, all those challenges are with us every day, and we really need to handle them very well.
I agree.
If we have to have working marriages.
I agree.
Yeah.
We solve these things as early as possible. And also, maybe adding on to what you're saying.
Yeah.
What does the relationship, the kind of relationship a parent has with their kids help in coping, these traumatic experiences? Because these days, the father is working, the mother is working, they are leaving the house at 6 a.m., they're coming back home at 8 or 7 p.m. They don't even probably have that much time with their kids.
Yeah,
and probably their kids experienced something during the day. But because there is not that relationship or even time to listen to them, what would you tell such kind of parents?
In counseling, we call it attachment.
All right.
They should develop a very strong attachment, bonding. Attachment talk about bonding.
Yeah.
Because when the child is young, it is really mandatory. It is very important to have a relationship with the parents or the caregivers, very close, such that that child can express, can be able to express their feelings, can be able to express their issues. Because other trauma come from school. Maybe the teacher who is already traumatized, project the same to the children, and they make them suffer. And the children coming back home, they didn't want to share these experiences with the parents. But look at the absent mother, absent father. Where will this child turn to? And maybe they are already scared. I say that trauma can be scary, and it's a dangerous event. You see, they have nobody to share with. So I would encourage the best time to do parenting is when the children are young, so that they can have very strong attachment, very strong bonding with their parents, and they can be able to share. Like for boys, there is that a psychological attachment with the mother. You see,
that's true.
And if it misses, there's a complex they develop. You see, we call it Oedipus complex. You see, there's no that attachment. And if the mother is absent to these boys, they will suffer a lot psychologically without knowing. It's in the subconscious. And you find these boys starting dating girls when they are very young, starting a relationship when they are very young. And when they start this relationship, they are not looking for marriage partners.
No.
They are looking for their father, but they are looking for their father in the wrong places. That's why they have attachment to girls. Because the mother is absent. And then there is the attachment with the girls. Girls want their father. And if the father is not there, they develop also. Is it a regular complex also? Because they are looking for father figure, and that attachment is psychological. If the father is absent, they'll start looking it from other men. And they are not looking for marriage partner. We normally mistake them because they are not looking for lovers. In fact, it is it's a disguise. They are looking. We may think they have become immoral. They have gone now to. They started dating with the boys, and for them psychologically they are not looking for that. They are searching their father. Because the father is not feeling that gap. Yes, that psychological gap. And it is in the subconscious. Yes.
And so those are some of the coping mechanisms that they are trying to find something that can fill the void.
It's filling the gap. Filling up the gap. And in essence, these people, because they also don't understand, They abuse the girls. They abuse. They take advantage.
Oh,
it is true. They
and
take
that's why now
advantage.
we have early marriages, early pregnancies.
Yes.
But it's because of something that has not been dealt with.
Yeah, and the diseases.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And
because now they are going. Anybody that is kind of loving them, they feel this is okay. This is the love I'm searching.
Yeah.
Not understanding. She is setting herself to an abuser. You see?
Yeah.
They are not looking for marriage.
That's true.
So they ride in wrong hands.
That's true.
Yes.
And Virginia, when we also look in that line,
yes,
it was not dealt with. The traumatic experience was not dealt with by the parent or even by the counselor at the childhood level. And now they are actually now in the age, probably teenage or even to some age where it's legal to get married.
And they get a partner.
And they get a partner. What kind of a relationship will arise from that?
Now, for the moment, because the age maybe requires and they really need it.
Yes.
And it's part of our life. It's normal.
It is.
So they start courting and dating, thinking it will lead up to marriage.
Yeah.
But as I said earlier on, there are effects, mental effects, psychological effects, physical, and they left a lot of undealt issues in their lives. So when they're in the process of courting, because this trauma was hidden in the mind, and it entered into the subconscious. When they are in the process of dating, and then they find something that will trigger what they experience in the trauma. In the mind, they have that flashback. And during that time, because it has been triggered, maybe it's a smell they experienced. Or maybe it's a praise. And then the boy don't know. Let's say, for example, now is a girl who is already traumatized and it is unhealed trauma. Nobody addressed it. So in the subconscious, they visit a praise. And this praise look exactly like the praise where she was raped. That girl automatically will react. It will resurface.
True.
And she'll either, scream, or she'll either, withdraw immediately. Maybe they were discussing something, but unconsciously, it flashes back. And those moments come. They do. And when they come, it is like they broke this man. And when he's broke, he is also in confusion. He don't understand what has happened. Even the girl is, is in that state.
True.
That time, ajijui ajielewi, and he has done something. And even in marriage, let's say, for example, that girl was raped, and then the rapist tried to get hold of her. I don't know how rapists come, but many times, if it's not violently, they start by befriending.
True.
So you see, those things are still in the subconscious of this girl. Now this man tried to kiss or try to embrace this girl, and then it flashes back. There and there, it is broke, and the man feels in confusion, don't know what to do.
Wow.
Yes.
Hold at that point, Virginia.
All right.
And we are getting into the depths of the matter, my viewer. And it's amazing to know that these experiences you can come out of them.
You can.
That is what Virginia, our guest, has actually assured us of. You can come out of them. And so we are going to take a short commercial break. We pay some bills. When we come back, we are going to hear more, even onto these issues getting into marriage. We get into that level in a bit. See you. Welcome back our viewer. Mungu azidi kukubariki sana for keeping it PrayerCave TV, and this is Being One Show, your marriage show, your family show, and we are having a very good time right here with our guest. And please talk to us on the number on your screen right there, that is 0710 54 64 54. We want to hear from you. Send us a WhatsApp or even an SMS. Tell us something concerning your marriage and we'll discuss it in our next episode. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and also follow us on our Facebook pages. Asanteni sana. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
We are doing very well with the issue of unresolved traumatic experiences.
Yes.
And we are in this situation where now, for instance, the lady has gone through those traumatic experiences,
yes,
even if it's one, and they are unresolved. And now she comes into a relationship with a very innocent young man who has no clue that something happened to her. So what happens to this young man in especially helping this, after identifying that this lady is going through something?
Okay, one of the first thing I would recommend, you know, here we are talking about the marriage that you rushed.
Yes.
Let me talk to the believers, because the best way to get married is to get marriage in the church.
That is true.
And every healthy church that is looking forward in nurturing healthy family relationship, they have what we call premarital counseling.
Wonderful.
So mine, I would encourage every young person who is serious on marriage and you are already dating, you're already in courtship, please go back to church. And especially these serious churches which value premarital counseling. See or anything, see your counseling from anywhere, because these days we have so many fake things.
That's true.
But there are churches with the real things.
That's true.
Like here, Word of Faith, we have good premarital counseling.
That's true.
Because that's where you start getting to know the person.
Yes.
How long does it take in the premarital? Is it 1 year?
6 months.
6 months?
Yes.
And you go around 12 courses.
Lessons, yes.
12 lessons.
Yes.
So that by the time you are going through this, you are getting to know the person.
Yeah.
And I believe one of the course that you do, it is the personality.
Yes.
When you are going through the personality, then they are going to know the kind of a person they are engaging. And then they also discover their personality, their strength, and their weaknesses. And in the process, if you realize your partner, you know, I would encourage youngsters. You know, many times, I also dated.
Yes.
But when I look at my dating experience, I don't see anywhere I was serious with the serious life issues. It was just admiration. Oh, you're beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, I like your head.
Yes.
Like your eyes, your legs. You know, all this. All this stuff. But because now, the days we are living in are very evil and challenging.
Oh, yeah.
So what we need is to counsel them what to do expect. Even in our youth groups, what do you do when you are courting? What are the areas you discuss? So one of the areas is what we call self-disclosure.
Yes.
It's good to tell your story.
Yeah.
And if, you know, many times, the reason why this trauma is not attended is because you try to hide it. You hide.
Yeah, you apply makeup on things to look
and it's a baggage, as you said, you carry with you everywhere, because these things will not be released from you. Zitakufuata.
Kabisa.
Now they are attached to you. By the way, they stick in our brain. Somewhere in the subconscious, and also they affect our nerve system. That's why you see it normally gushes out unexpected. Unexpectedly. Some people, they even become statue because it was tough on them and it was never processed. And even it become tougher because right now it has been triggered.
True.
And a lot of pressure has been put on it. Pressure. things have come and gone, things come and gone and not attended. So they are already under pressure. If they go to a place and it looks exactly like where that girl was raped, it will trigger that.
That's true.
And they behave in the way they behave, in the way they can even, those people who have unattended trauma, they don't know how to receive love. They become so suspicious in everything, and this is their lover.
True.
They become suspicious because their mind is telling them, could it be he's going the journey, the same direction I went through? So there is that cocoon. So the best way, if they are intending, and I know everybody maybe is intending for a good marriage. Nobody looks for bad marriage. Let them go hide themselves. Let them be born again. That is the starting point. Join a church where they are premarital counseling. And then let them look for a therapist. If you know you underwent a traumatic, because right now we are addressing them. If you know you underwent a traumatic event, disclose it to your man. But if the environment is not good, because you cannot disclose just to anybody, go to somebody who is a counselor. Therapists can help. They can help.
That's true.
And in severe cases, we send them to the hospital.
To the hospital.
Yeah, to the hospital, because we again, when they are going through the process, you know, they need to be in a safe environment, because anything can happen. Because if right now the girl come and start screaming, let's assume you are not married, screaming, and they are traumatized already, they are stiff, they are, you know, all this, what will you do? You see, you can run away, or even you are confused on what to do. That's why they should disclose. Get a confident person. Accept you underwent trauma. Because if you fail now again to accept, you are in denial, a big denial, and that is not a solution.
It is not.
Then look for a professional counselor. In churches like this one, we have counselors. And I believe in other churches. If you don't have anybody, come into our school. Word of Faith Community College, we do therapies.
That's true.
Just come and disclose. Even if you are not from Word of Faith, we are just there to help. Anybody coming at us at a very small fee. And we are also training counselors there. So we will give you a professional counselor so that you can disclose the trauma, what went through. And we will take you the process professionally. And where we need be, we can refer you to the hospital. We have this Kiabu hospital. And many other hospitals we know you can be helped if it needs medication. But therapists are very good.
They are very good.
Yeah, just come and disclose before you enter into marriage. If you really want to have a marriage that you last, a marriage that you enjoy, come and help. Come so that we can take you through that traumatic event, and then healing can come. And once you are healed, you are able now to continue with marriage. Yeah, but let them not hide anything. Funikaling, kuhide huko haitasaidia.
It wouldn't. True.
We have ever seen people getting doing a very good wedding, only to divorce, to separate the next day. I know. I have examples of some people who got married, very big wedding, but come the next day, it's not there. Because the woman could not handle. The picture came back of the rapist. She saw, and you know the body. The man is expecting, and the girl saw it. Couldn't handle, screaming all over and running away. It almost ended. Thank God they landed in the hands of a counselor, and it was restored after 6 months. But it took time to restore.
And this one could have been, solved before getting into that level.
They could have gone through counseling. And if it is proper counseling, the sex topic, she could have reacted there. At that point.
Yes.
And maybe the counselor who takes them through can give them time to express and hear, so that they can look forward for a good wedding. So you can imagine the frustration with the man, the frustration with the boy, and it can also be vice versa.
It can.
Yeah.
It can.
Because these days, even the school where we take our children, the bullying, bullying.
Yes.
Yeah, bullying is another issue that can traumatize a boy. Yeah, they are taken into a liver, done so many things, and they are told them not disclose to anybody. They are scared. Yeah, they fear. They have never told anybody. Now they are happy. They are saying they are happy. They are lucky. They came out of that school. But the traumatic issue, challenges, they are with them. Their mind, in their subconscious, it is there. So unless you share, let me talk to the youngsters. Unless you share, it will resurface in marriage. And when it resurfaces, that is not the conducive environment. Your spouse will feel either betrayed, hated, untrusted, something like that.
That's true.
So we really need to talk to our youth and tell them, it's not, we are not blaming them, because nobody applies for a bad event to take place in their life. Inakupata tu. Na kama ulipatwa, look for help. Help is available. And I've already said in our school, we do those therapies. Just come. And I'm not soliciting for our school. In fact, mine is to tell the youngsters, before you go to marriage, and you have undergone a traumatic event, seek help. Go to a hospital, like Kiabu Level 5 hospital. You just go there and see the doctor and say you want counseling. They have an office. You can go. And it is free. Come to our college. In a church like this one. We have so many counselors. So that they can take you through that counseling process. And you can heal, so that you can cope with the rest of your life. Because these things must resurface.
It will at one point.
At one point.
And in that point, Virginia, is this probably one of the causes of domestic violence in marriages? Because of the unresolved, probably the man or even the partners, right? One of them experienced the father beating his mother.
The mother.
The mother. And so that experience or that event, sat in the subconscious, and now they are into the marriage. Can that provoke something like domestic violence in that marriage?
Yes, because it's not resolved. So for a man, there is that there settles a kind of revenge, not per se to cause others harm, but as a defense mechanism. You see, they want to protect themselves from experiencing the same thing they experienced. And so they can do all those things because they were not addressed, they are still hidden in their subconscious, and they have been triggered. You find that there is extreme anger. Anger is outburst of anger. And within the outburst of anger, the woman doesn't know this man is expressing unhealed hurt inside, a wound in their subconscious. So even the wife will react, and in the process, you see, the man will do the unthinkable, something he never intended to do. You see, because he wants to defend himself. And it can go to the extreme, even attacking the children without knowing. That's why we are really at the initial stage. Now to talk yapo. Let them seek. Counseling is very good. Counseling. And that's why even in our school we are training even the pastors to do counseling. Because apart from praying, and the word of God is very good, it's powerful, they need the skills on how now to take through the person, the skill to take them through, so that they can be able to strike to the issue. Because it's not easy for somebody who have suffered to disclose themselves. They need a very conducive environment, and you need professional skills so that you can probe properly, slowly, until you get to the real issue.
Let me ask this, Virginia, in that issue of, you know, having a conducive environment, and probably I've noticed that this is what my wife, you know, is dealing with. How can you advise I create a conducive environment for her?
Okay, if you're Mr. Cabo, if you're not a counselor, don't try, because you make it worse.
Okay.
What you can do is trying to understand your wife is sick, has an issue, undealt issue. So what you can do, you can be a very good support system. Okay, be a very good, as a husband you are already a support system, but creating a loving environment. Let them feel loved. Although sometimes somebody who is hurting, somebody who has undealt trauma, they reject that love. When you see those signs, just continue, don't get angry. There is you can get angry because it's normal to get angry. But now, because you know she's suffering from a thing, just seek for a counselor. Pay to me a pesa. Because I know sometimes it is expensive, but get a professional counselor who has the skills and let them help. And especially the born again. These days you have born again professional counselors who can help really marriages.
That's true.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, a situation here, Virginia, a situation here where now the two in this marriage, all of them are suffering. And I've heard you saying that it's a sickness. All of them are sick in one marriage. How disastrous is this? Okay, it is very disastrous because, like now, I can say almost everybody is experiencing trauma at their own level. Like the flood that has struck our nation, the natural incidents of. By the way, this country has undergone a lot of issues. There are those who underwent COVID and nobody attended them, or they never thought they needed counseling. So those issues are still in their subconscious, and they have outbursts. Anything triggering the outburst. You see, some marriages have broken because they were unaware. Others, by the grace of God, they are still standing, but they have a lot of issues inside. From COVID, we came to these demonstrations. Lives died, and people suffered emotionally, physically, psychologically. There was a lot of tension. Those people who experience, especially where there was demonstration, you are not part of the demonstration. They have come, they have taken their business. You learn for your life. You know, when you are learning, it's causing trauma. It's dangerous. It is scary. And you're experiencing something you have never expected beyond your coping mechanism. And nobody compensated you. Nobody talked to you. You see, they are already suffering. And nobody addressed those issues. Coming next, we have gone through accidents. How many lives did we lose? Many. How many families were affected for losing their loved ones because of these accidents? Who addressed them? And they went back to their families unaddressed. So anything coming close to that, triggering that, they respond in outburst, anger, isolation, sometimes avoidance, don't want to do anything with anybody, you know, depression, anxiety. All those things are with the people, unknowingly. Others enter into offenses and bitterness. Thank God, like this church, our bishop really helped us so much how to deal with these offenses. But also, it's good when you know you have undergone a traumatic event, even instant loss of life, death, instant death. Child is not prepared, death strike. And many times, huwa tunawapiga watoto kando. We deal with the parents slowly and professionally.
but they are not healed.
That's true.
You see,
Yeah.
those issues later on, even if the marriage was so good,
Yeah.
and nobody attended to them, you see them bursting into issues.
That's true.
And you wonder why.
That's true.
It's because no counseling was done.
And
for me, if I would be asked, anybody, even me, I normally go for therapists.
Oh my.
Yeah, you really need it. You go for therapists. They are very good. Yeah.
That's true.
Even if you are charged, sometimes they charge 2,000.
Yeah.
You come to our college, it's just 1,000.
Oh my.
Imagine, and you can do 5 of them, and not every day.
Yeah.
Spaced out. And you get healed.
Oh my.
And you know how to handle issues. Wow. And sometimes you become aware of yourself.
That's true.
Because it happens because we are not aware of ourselves. We think it was gone long time ago, only to resurface in the marriage. And the marriage is under tension. It's about to break. Yeah. Seek help.
Seek help.
Help is available.
That is true. Seek help. Our viewer, you really need to seek help.
It is true.
And let me in that same point,
yes,
we are still saying they get also to a moment that also the traumatic experience are not, resolved, and now they are getting into a family. They now have kids, with parents who have traumatic experiences.
We have sick people, and that's why they neglect even the children.
Oh God!
And it is bad. I was at the salon. Let me just be open and share.
Yeah.
And here is a mother. The child is going back to school.
Yeah.
At far Tinyeri.
Yeah.
And they are supposed to be there by 4. If not 4, punishment for the kid for the rest of the week. Yeah. Cutting grass. Yeah. Unajua mtoto hajaenda shule kukata nyasi ama kufanya hizo mambo. Yeah. But there is a time limit and strict discipline. Yes, the parent is not concerned. The child is crying in a salon. Mami kuja tuende shule. Because the parents must accompany.
Yes.
But the mother is saying, if I don't go here, if I don't do this, nani atakuja kufanya usiku? And the parent is, the mother is rude.
Oh God.
When you look at such a woman, she's coming from somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
She's not herself.
Yeah.
Something is already boiling in her. You don't know what issue she's handling.
Oh my.
But now she's projecting of the child.
And
the child is going, the child is in Form 2. Crying. And ukiona mvulana akilia machozi kwa salon, that boy is really hurt.
That's true.
Mama anakuja saa ngapi? Saa 7. And they are supposed to be there by 4. Now journey takes more than 2 hours. Yeah. What will happen? Now the boy is already fearing because things will happen. He'll be punished. He'll be arriving stock. Already you are traumatizing the kid. Experience. And what is making this woman unconcerned? She's suffering. She's sick. Because a real genuine parent and they knew a week ago the school would open, would have organized herself, listened to this child. Child is saying, I must be in school before 4. Please, let's pack everything. Let's organize ourselves so that material day, you wake up very early and travel. Yeah. But the mother is just everywhere. That grassy day. Yeah. Already the child. Do you think this child will perform? Only by the grace of God. Because the child is already crying. Others have refused to go back. In fact, we were telling her, because I had an opportunity to talk to her in a hurry, but in a hurry. Please, there are children who have already refused to go back to school because of issues. Yours has accepted and is willing to be in school before time. What is happening? You look at the woman and you see she is already very sick. There's somewhere she's coming from somewhere. You can pick emotionally she's drained. And it's only that it's mandatory for her to take the boy. She's not willing. For reasons you don't know. Unless you sit her down and get to know the root cause. And some of the root causes, it is trauma. Either in the family, in the community, or the natural disasters that we are encountering today. So, all those, if you look in our nation, And then we have also undergone the floods. Who have addressed those issues?
None.
Do people bother to seek help? And I think even in churches there should be counseling facilities, where if somebody is really traumatized by an issue, you can have somebody to disclose to.
That's true.
That will help, because people have really faced so many traumatizing events.
That's true.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Virginia, and thank you. You are helping people right there and giving them direction to overcome these challenges.
It is true.
And I think also, I know even as we come to a conclusion of this episode, you'll be talking about people accepting that they are going through this issue. What would you say about that?
Yeah, there are 3 stages of healing.
Yes.
And the first one is accepting that you underwent. Kubali ulipitia changamoto na si makosa yako. Don't feel condemned. So accept you need help. And when you accept that, take the next step. Look for that confident professional counselor who can help you to disclose, to open up. Opening up to your issues. And I know every professional counselor will create a very nice environment where you can go through step by step. Sio yote pamoja, they know how to do it. And they have the techniques on how to take somebody through. The third step is once you seek counseling, then you go through the process of healing. Accept the instructions they shall give you, so that you can go the process of healing. Yes, people, you can be helped a lot. And then the counselor will take you through the techniques on how to heal and how to do, therapies frequently. They'll show you how to undergo through that. And if you are a partner and you know your wife or your husband has undergone trauma, it is good to give them support. Give support in whichever way. You can even accompany her to that therapy room. It is accepted, especially for those people who are qualified in MFT, marriage and family therapy. Yes, you can join her. That is another emotional support you can give, so that they get healed. Give that support. You are the support system, or get the best support system around until they get healed. But what I have said, help is available and healing is possible. Yeah, you can heal from an event. However traumatizing it is, however scary it is, you can get healed.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I know we will have had so much to talk about. And I know we will have a next time.
Yes.
God willing. Yes.
Yeah.
So now, before even we wrap it up, maybe you can tell people where they can find you.
Yeah. Okay. I am currently at Word of Faith Community College. It's just next to our church on a hill. It is about 500 meters from Ora petrol station. They can come there, and if they want therapies, because we offer that, they just register at the reception, or they say they want to see Virginia. I'll be able to assist them, because, and again, counseling is confidential. You don't have to go announcing to everybody. So once we meet together, we shall organize on how you can be helped. But help is available. If you don't feel like you can come to our institution or even Word of Faith Church, you can go to Kiabu Level 5 Hospital. Counseling is for free there. You don't pay a coin. Just accept you need help, go there and you get help. But as for me, Word of Faith Community College, and you're most welcome.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mungu akubariki sana for making time to be with us right here on Being One Show. And I know marriages have been healed. People have been healed. And in case you're there and you're saying you would really want to meet up with Virginia, our guest today, please talk to us on the number on your screen right here, or even on our Facebook or YouTube. We are going to connect you with her in that institution, that is Word of Faith Community College, so that you get help, you know, so that, you know, we do not want to, you know, the number of divorces should not go up. It actually should go lower.
They should decrease from now.
They should from now, because what you are going through can be resolved. It can be handled and you get healed. Yes. In Jesus' name. So thank you so much for being with us this evening. We are grateful, and we know that you're going to talk to us right there on those channels. For now, barikiwe sana.
Amen.
Barikiwe sana sana. We'll see you in our next episode as we continue to making marriages better. See you, and God bless you.